Hey everyone, welcome to BrickMojo, known for our brick-sized videos about your favorite LEGO games. But you know the feeling of unlocking a new character while you're playing and saying, "Who is that? I never met this man in my life." Well, that's exactly what I wanted to explore today, as this is our picks for the 10 most obscure unlockable characters in LEGO games. The only rules are thus: a playable member of a game's roster that you'd seldom ever know who they were beforehand. Then you look them up and, well, there you go, Bat Cow is a thing. Some exclusions being the overly well-known and beloved in-jokes of the community, like the hot dog or corn guy, since they've made a name for themselves out of being arbitrary inclusions. Let us know in the comments who's your niche character of choice, and let's go. Baba Joe, LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Let me take you back. Imagine Star Wars Episode 7 was just announced. What sort of new worlds will the coming sequels take us to? What strange beasts may we encounter? Well, some got their first taste in a charity campaign video posted to YouTube featuring director J.J. Abrams on the set of the new movie. Lo and behold, one of the first new characters to be shown to the public in glorious puppeteered action is the great Baba Joe.
Should we bring Baba Joe out?
Yeah,
and see
I think
what
so.
happens?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Try as the creative minds of fans might, there just wasn't very much to glean in terms of what role he could play in the story, so exactly like his brief movie appearance, Baba Joe becoming playable in the Force Awakens standalone LEGO game was perfect, since he doesn't really do anything here either. But he is here, and they did give him a silly voice, and you know what? Maybe that's enough.
He's welcome to pet any one of Baba Joe's critters whenever you like.
Damage Control, LEGO Marvel Superheroes.
Hulk, can you help with some of this debris?
What comes across to be a generic background construction worker man seen a little bit throughout the campaign is actually a broad reference to an in-Marvel Universe company with lots of interesting character ties. Damage Control was funded by Tony Stark and Wilson Fisk, better known as Kingpin of all people, occasionally making use of both Reed Richards and S.H.I.E.L.D.'s technology to clean up superhero messes. In-game, the character you end up unlocking highly resembles employee Lenny Ballinger, who, for whatever reason, doesn't get a name as he must have been that obscure to the developers themselves. Wilro Hood, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Yes, refreshing ice-cold flavored data.
Let me tell you about Wilro Hood, the non-character that some eagle-eyed Episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back viewers brought into existence. You see, once upon a time, a background extra fleeing from Cloud City was holding a piece of set deck that some agreed resembled an ice cream maker. Flash forward many years, and here we have Wilro, gaining a name from a Star Wars card game, whose device was later dubbed a Camtono in the Mandalorian TV show, finally culminating in a LEGO appearance to give the player a quest to fetch ice cream. I would name drop the original actor guy, but no one knows who he is to this day. Now you have knowledge of an obscure character and a mystery.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
Odd Ollie, the LEGO movie video game.
Bang, 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 bang. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Bullet, bullet, gun. Zap, 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 pow, zap, pow. What are they looking at?
Background characters becoming fully playable avatars is kind of the LEGO movie the game's whole thing, but Odd Ollie and his pals from the Wild West pack take the cake for bizarre and unknown inclusions to the roster. Allow me to explain. Most of the goofy minifigures who appear in the LEGO movie and its sequel, the LEGO Movie 2, and therefore the games, take their designs from the physical toys that came before them. For instance, Dr. Dog, the Magician, the Mummy, just to name a few out of the 100, but mostly because I wanted to mention Dr. Dog. Odd Ollie only appears in a background shot of the film and takes no design from past cowboy toy figures, so there's no chance you'd be familiar with him from playing with the toys. That, and they were additional paid DLC, which most people really didn't have a reason to buy. My point being, much like Fortnite skins, the credit card only comes out for the most hype inclusions and never the, who's this supposed to be? Boom 9, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Think you can take me, do ya? Bring it!
Battle droids may be more well known for their silly voices than their battle prowess.
Be sure not to drop it. Whoa!
But it might surprise you to know that there is a specific named droid unit that led a major battle of the Star Wars canon who had about as much screen time as the villain of the film he was in. 9, the yellow-streaked Droid Commander, doesn't get a ton of love from the community, but he did have his own campaign in the RTS game Galactic Battlegrounds, in which he is voiced by Charles Martinet of Mario Brothers fame.
Naboo settlement, New Centric. New Centric seems to be well defended.
Even though was stripped back to a plain, silly, non-Mario battle droid in his most recent appearance within Skywalker Saga, there's a surprisingly important role he plays in the story of Star Wars as a whole.
If they're down here, sir, we'll find them.
Use caution.
Butterball, LEGO Marvel's Avengers.
Way I could get my superhero fix. You reckon you could get me in one of those Hulk selfies I've been seeing online?
Only having appeared in a few issues of the Avenger Academy comics, LEGO being his first cross-brand appearance was a niche idea for inclusion indeed. Emery Schaub possesses the power of invulnerability and the power to live in New York City. Beyond that, he serves absolutely no plot relevance to the game, besides wanting a Hulk selfie. All the while, he's depicted constantly tripping over himself and generally not knowing how to fight. Not sure why they bothered to have him here, as mean as that sounds to say, but yeah, Butterball. Could have been anyone. Could have been him, could have been her. Butterball. Hubla Marblo! LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Unmistakable! Hubla Marblo!
A little thought experiment. You're designing a game, and out of the entire Star Wars franchise, you decide to dedicate a team of developers to this. The bug lady that is on screen for a whopping 2 seconds in The Last Jedi film. I'm talking designing her a custom moveset, new minifigure mold, unique quests, and a voice actor that's giving 110%.
And ready to see!
That's just what happens on the LEGO Games team, I guess. Hubla earned herself a wiki page and a spot on the roster even when any other alien could have been in, like the little coin guy. Something about her piqued enough interest for someone, but was it worth it?
What are you waiting for, darling? Hand it over.
Arizona Annie, LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Today I learned this character was not a generic cowgirl, but a lesser-known legacy Marvel IP. Arizona Annie has appeared in merely 10 or so Western-themed comics for her entire existence. Unlike her counterpart, Kid Colt, she's never had her name in the title, unless you count Marvel Western's Colt and the Arizona Girl, which I imagine is comparable to titling a comic The X-Men plus a spider guy, I don't know. Annie is so sorely normal of a character that probably 1% of people have ever taken note, yet thanks to her Wild West theme being so intrinsic, she had a home in the time-bending chapter of LEGO Superheroes 2. So, there you go. There's always hope.
Good horses ain't easy to come by, and they sure as shoot ain't cheap, so I'm mighty interested in getting these in spec.
Hrothgar Dang, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
I can finally make wool pancakes.
Having only shown up for a few seconds in the background of a dark scene off to the side with absolutely no speaking lines, and yet he's a playable character, that's gotta be some kind of a record. TT Games spared no expense once again, creating a new bounty hunter model for him, of which there are only a couple in the game, though he never actually appears or speaks or any quests, simply rewarded to the player after doing something with pancakes or something. Not sure how this is related. It's just impressive what they're able to squeeze out of a random guy in a crowd shot. Is Hrothgar Dang your favorite Star Wars character? Let me know in the comments. And finally, Yeti, LEGO Batman the video game. The Yeti, who, to this day, no one knows who this is or is supposed to be. There are theories, a cut boss, a henchman, an eternally hidden Easter egg, but none of that changes the fact that on such a small roster, it's crazy he's one of the characters included. He resembles an altered Killer Croc without clothes and a gun. Even more mysterious, the Yeti never returned for any other game, joke, or cameo anywhere else. So what's the deal? A character so obscure, no one but the devs will ever know who he is. Do you agree with our picks? Check out some of our other clips from BrickMojo. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Thanks.